Welcome to Old Guys, Gentlemen Flex Fountain Pens, episode number 84. And this should be a little bit shorter review. And it's kind of an addendum to the last video, 83, where I started talking about journals and diaries and the Hobonichi 5-year versus an A5 traveler's notebook sort of thing. And the purpose of this one is to find the best pen for keeping a diary slash journal for this Hobonichi, the smaller A6 Hobonichi. Again, the writing on it has to be fairly small. One of the cool things that these guys do when they send you this is they send you a practice sheet. And this is the Tamal River paper. You know, it's pretty thin. You know, when I first got it, I did a little bit testing with the pen right here, and you can see how it doesn't go through, and it writes really well, doesn't skip or anything like that. So it's nice paper. I don't know what the weight is. The way this is set up is each one of these represents a day. This would be for 2021, this would be for 2022, etc. Pardon my dog barking in the background. When I'm comfortable with fitting in for every day, I really want to stay within the two lines here. I don't want to go over if I don't have to, because that really limits what you can put in this thing. So the first thing I started doing is I went through my pens. The thinnest pens I have are the modern nibs that have been ground by Richard Binder, John Mottishaw, Michael Masayama, where I've gotten, by the way, sorry for the ink, where I've gotten near needlepoint. But the problem with them is because they're flex pens, they're great for the A5 traveler's notebook because I've got lots of room and I can really do my flexy thing on there. But with here, it takes up too much space, it dumps too much ink. So I think the secret to this Hobonichi is to have a really thin pen. So if I exclude the flex pens, I kind of came down to this pen right here, and this is actually a soft nib, so I can do some flexing with this. But this is the Sailor 1911 M. Really pretty color, by the way. I should probably do a separate review just on this. And I think, as I showed before, you know, it's got just a little bit of softness and flex to it. And a while ago, I had a Platinum 1911 UEF, but I can't forget why. Probably because it didn't flex, I got rid of it, sold it. So I bought another one, and it just came today. I should probably do a review on this one as well. Real pretty dark green, kind of like a demonstrator. Probably can't see the cool greenness of it. But I bought this at Goulet Pens. Got my little lollipop. And by the way, he's including stickers now that were designed by his kids, or kid. Anyhow, this has got the UEF Ultra Extra Fine nib. So I wanted to compare these two and wanted to do it on camera. I've already filled this one with Waterman Intense Black. I've read that a lot of Hobonichi people use this and like this as an ink. I'm not sure if this is water resistant or waterproof. I'll put a and you can't see it here, but it's getting pretty low, so I use my trusty tilt well that holds the bottle at a tilt to load it up, and I'll do that again on the Sailor. Okay, let's get back to the writing comparison. Okay, let's start with the Sailor. And like I said before, you can do a little bit of flex with this one. But it's kind of silly to try and do it within the 2 lines. I guess you can still do it, but it's borderline ridiculous to be doing that. It started out a little bit on the thicker side and then got thinner, probably because there was extra ink left on here. The other thing is the other ink I was using on here, I think, was a Pelikan 4001 in this pen. It's not on the paper. And I think I got a little bit lighter line in there. Let's just do some lines here. Pretty thin. All right. Now I've been told that the Platinum 3776 with its ultra fine nib, ultra extra fine, and let's put this thread underneath this. Well, they're pretty close. I don't know. What do you think? As I'm writing, I think that the UEF is just a little bit finer. The other thing is over here, I have to be a little bit careful to make sure I get a light hand. Otherwise, I get a broader line. But here, if I use increasingly more pressure, it doesn't really change. How about if I put a couple lines together? And I'll use a nice light hand, the Sailor and the 3776 and the Sailor and the 3776. Sorry, that was off camera. Let's try it again. So, light-handed Sailor, and light-handed UEF. Let's if we use a little digital zoom here. Yeah, so I would say that the UEF is slightly thinner. Good thing, because it's also really pretty. It's also a real pretty pen. So I'll do a separate review on both of these guys. But the UEF wins. And by the way, just to show you about this Tomoe River paper, you can't see anything on this side. If you hold the page up, you can see that there's been some writing on the other side, but nothing comes through. So it's good paper. So this pen may be the one that goes with this, and a backup pen would be this one. So anyhow, I hope you got something worthwhile out of that. It's a very niche interest area. What's the best pen for a Hobonichi 5-year diary journal? But that's it. Until next time, thank you for watching.